Welcome back to Kwavebox, your trusted source for the most emotional, heartbreaking, and unforgettable moments in Asian entertainment. Today's story has left millions speechless, stirring grief, anger, and disbelief across the internet. What began as a quiet farewell to beloved actor Yu Menglong has turned into one of the most shocking scandals of the year. The words "clip before cremation" have dominated global searches, and what that footage revealed has shaken even the most loyal fans to their core. It all started on a somber morning when a short, grainy video began circulating on Chinese social media. The caption was simple: "Final moments before Yu Menglong's cremation." At first, fans thought it was just a respectful tribute. Many prepared themselves emotionally to say goodbye one last time to the gentle star who had touched millions of hearts through his warm smile and tender screen presence. But just seconds into the clip, something was off, something that made hearts stop. As the camera panned over Yu Menglong's body, viewers noticed marks, deep, dark bruises along his arm and neck. The lighting made it hard to see clearly, but as the video spread, more people began to zoom in, enhance, and analyze every frame. What they found was chilling. These weren't natural injuries. They were signs of struggle, signs of violence, and suddenly the narrative of a peaceful passing collapsed in front of everyone's eyes. Within hours, hashtags like "Justice for Yu Menglong" and "Who did this to Yu Menglong" exploded online. Fans demanded answers, forums filled with disbelief and rage. How could this have been missed? Why was there no official explanation about his cause of death? And most importantly, who was trying to hide the truth? The turning point came when a medical professional, claiming to have been part of the original hospital team, posted anonymously. Their words sent shockwaves through the fandom. He didn't die from illness. He was injured before he arrived. That single sentence unleashed a storm that no one could contain. Fans began piecing together Yu Menglong's last public appearances. Days before his sudden passing, he had been spotted leaving a film set, smiling and waving at fans. He looked healthy, happy. There were no signs of distress, no warnings of what was to come. His management released a brief, vague statement calling his death a private family matter. But after the cremation video surfaced, silence was no longer an option. One of Yu Menglong's close friends, an assistant who had worked with him for years, finally spoke out online. Her trembling words revealed everything fans feared. Yu Menglong had received threats, real, terrifying warnings from someone connected to a business dispute. He had told his team he wasn't safe, but he didn't want to make a scene or worry the fans. It's heartbreaking to imagine. The man who always smiled in interviews, who spoke softly and humbly about gratitude, was silently enduring fear and pressure behind the cameras. His assistant claimed he had planned to take a short break, perhaps even travel abroad, but he never got the chance. Then came the revelation that changed everything. A security guard from the hotel where Yu Menglong stayed during his final night shared footage that authorities allegedly ignored. The grainy timestamp showed a figure entering his room late at night, someone from his inner circle, someone who shouldn't have been there. The fan base went into overdrive. Online detectives compared body shapes, gestures, and clothing until they matched the mystery visitor to one of Yu Menglong's former managers, a person known for past controversies and rumored conflicts over contract disputes. The heartbreak deepened when journalists discovered that the same manager had resigned abruptly the day after Yu Menglong's death and vanished overseas. The timeline was too suspicious to ignore. As the crime came to light, people couldn't contain their emotions. Live streams were flooded with crying fans, memorial walls filled with letters and artwork, and emotional videos of people lighting candles in front of posters of Yu Menglong. The internet had transformed into one massive vigil, a sea of grief, love, and outrage. On Weibo, one fan wrote, "He gave us happiness every day, and this is how the world repaid him. He deserved protection, not silence." Another comment, which gained over 1 million likes, read, "If there is no justice, we will never stop asking questions." The emotional wave didn't stop with fans. Fellow celebrities began posting tributes filled with cryptic messages, hinting that they too knew something wasn't right. Actor friends who had worked with Yu Menglong in dramas like All Out of Love and New Heaven Sword and Dragon Saber started sharing behind-the-scenes clips where he looked unusually tired, but still smiled through every scene. Some captioned their posts simply with broken heart emojis or the words, "Forgive us for not noticing." As media pressure intensified, authorities were forced to reopen the investigation. The official statement confirmed what everyone feared. Foul play was suspected. The case that had been closed quietly was suddenly front-page news again. The shocking part, evidence suggested the injuries had occurred hours before Yu Menglong was declared dead. That clip before his cremation was not just heartbreaking, it was proof of a cover-up. When the news broke, fans flooded the streets in front of the agency's building, holding flowers and signs demanding accountability. Even though police urged people to remain calm, emotions ran high. Parents brought their children, people prayed, and others stood in silence, holding pictures of Yu Menglong smiling, the same smile that now carried unbearable sadness. On Kwavebox, fans began leaving emotional messages. "We can't believe this world lost someone so kind," one wrote. "If only he had told someone. If only someone protected him," another said. These words echoed across nations as people in Korea, Japan, Thailand, and even Western fan bases joined the movement online. Then another piece of the puzzle surfaced. A private voice recording Yu Menglong had sent to a close friend weeks before his death. In it, his voice trembled slightly as he said, "Sometimes I feel like I'm being followed. Maybe I'm just tired. But if something happens to me, please remember I was thankful." Those last words broke millions of hearts. The recording went viral and the internet wept. People couldn't hold back their emotions. Hashtags like "Thank you, Yu Menglong" and "You will be remembered" filled every platform. Emotional fan edits spread, mixing clips of his warm laugh with haunting piano music. It wasn't just grief anymore, it was love. Fierce and unstoppable, the revelation of the crime and the emotional chaos that followed transformed Yu Menglong's legacy forever. He was no longer just an actor. He became a symbol of truth, of innocence betrayed by power. Fans vowed that his story would not be forgotten. They organized charity drives in his name, raising funds for abuse prevention programs, hoping to protect others who might be silently suffering like he was. Months later, when the final suspect was brought in for questioning, the world watched live. Fans stayed up all night, refreshing feeds, praying justice would finally come. When confirmation arrived that the evidence tied the former manager directly to Yu Menglong's injuries, people broke down crying. It wasn't joy, it was relief mixed with sorrow. In one viral livestream, a fan said through tears, "Justice doesn't bring him back, but it gives his soul peace." That moment symbolized everything: the love between a star and his fans, the heartbreak of betrayal, and the power of truth. Even now, whenever his old dramas play on TV or streaming platforms, people pause and whisper, "He deserved so much more." The clip that started as a mysterious leak became the catalyst for truth, a painful truth that demanded to be seen. As time passed, Yu Menglong's family chose to remain private, but they released a short, emotional message to the public. "Our son's light will never fade. Thank you to everyone who stood by him. Please remember him with love, not pain." That message closed the chapter, but not the memories. For his fans, every smile he left behind, every gentle line he spoke in a drama, became eternal. And even though the crime was revealed and the culprits faced justice, the emotional wounds among fans and the entertainment world will take far longer to heal. So tonight, as we close this story on Kwavebox, we remember Yu Menglong. Not for the tragedy that took him from us, but for the warmth and sincerity he gave while he was here. His final clip may have exposed a crime, but it also exposed the love of millions who refused to let his truth be buried. He is gone, but his light remains. And as fans continue to post messages like, "We'll meet you again among the stars, one thing is certain, Yu Menglong will forever live in the hearts of those who loved him."